Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap, and today we are here again with a new government scheme that is important for all the examination point of view. And today we will know about Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchayee Yojana. So join fast. Hello, good afternoon, Target. Hello, Vishwanath. How are you? Right. So before starting with the scheme that we are going to study today, to our new audience, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also join our Telegram channel to get the PDF of this particular lecture and every lecture that we provide on YouTube. And currently we are offering 40% off plus additional 10% off on all the courses that we provide. And to avail this offer, you have to use the code ETD10, and this is valid till 22nd October 2021. Alright. So again, before starting with the scheme, why was it introduced and why do we need to study it for our examination, right? So why was it introduced? There is always an objective for introducing or making or releasing a new scheme, and here we are talking about Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchayee, which means irrigation. So before starting anything further, let's just first understand what is irrigation, right? So basically irrigation, it is the artificial application of water. Artificial application of water. What does it mean? Basically, see, agriculture, a farmer, he can do anywhere, right? Initially it was like that, whatever agriculture, it was done near a water body, maybe stream, river, or anything like that, so that there is an ease of water to facilitate into the field. But as the time went by, then a farmer, he started doing agriculture anywhere, right? So what is artificial application of water means? When the water, it is artificially applied to the field by the farmer, the that time it is known as what? It is called irrigation. Now here what happens, see, in India there is there is diversity in land. In some areas there is a lot of water present, while in some areas it's just drought. Moreover, there is a season for the rain, right? So for the rest of the time there is scarcity of water. So to tackle all this problem, to have assured irrigation means, be it any time, any month, anywhere, irrigation should be provided, because water, it is the basic necessity for the plants to grow, right? So that is why we needed an assured irrigation. Then comes the protective irrigation. What is protective irrigation? Not only that we have to provide water, but that too in a fruitful manner. Or for example, you can say during rainy season there is a lot of water that is wasted, right? So we can use water harvesting management and other things like that. So protective irrigation is important, as well as water efficiency should be there. That was the thought of the government while introducing this scheme. What is water efficiency, or what does it mean? Basically, water efficiency means how well you utilize the water, because water, see, it is scarce in nature. It is now, with the passage of time, now there is limitation, there is limited water available, right? So we have to use that efficiently, we have to use that before thinking that it does not get wasted. So in water efficiency, for example, see, there are three methods that I would like to discuss here. The first one is the flood irrigation, the second could be the sprinkle irrigation, and the third could be the drip irrigation, that I would like to talk over here before, so that you understand this concept better. So see, what happens in flood irrigation, basically you must have observed this is the most common method that is followed in India, that the water, it is launched into the field, and whatever water percolate, that is the vertical movement of water inside the soil. If this is the soil layer, this movement is known as percolation. So whatever water that percolate down, and the rest, it moves out of the field, it runs out of the field, right? So this type of irrigation is known as flood irrigation. It came like a flood, the water came like a flood, whatever had to settle down is settled down, and rest it moved, right? So the efficiency of such irrigation is just 60 to 70%. What does it mean? What does this term mean, that efficiency is only this percent? It means that if I have given 100% water into that field, only 60 to 70% of water was able to get utilized by the plant, and the rest, it got wasted, Right, in case of sprinkle irrigation, so if this is a sprinkler, pardon for my drawing, it's not so good. Okay, so there is a sprinkler like like an instrument, and then rain like situation is created. For example, the water, it would be ejected through the sprinkler in the rain form, right? So it is provided to the crops in the form of rain form, and its efficiency is 80 to 85%. Means if I'll provide 100% of water, 80 to 80%, 85% will be utilized. And then what is the drip irrigation? In case of drip irrigation, basically, if this is a pipe, the plant would be placed just beside it. Okay, plant would be just beside it, and this pipeline, it would provide the water drop by drop, and hence is it called drip irrigation. Okay, so this drop by drop in the root zone, so that it can fully utilized, and the efficiency of it is 95 to 100%. Means 95 to 100% water that I have provided into the field, it will definitely get utilized if you go for the drip irrigation. So this is the different water efficiency methods, and we know that for us drip is the best, and then alternative to that, or the second most preferable, should be sprinkle irrigation. So to keep that everything in mind, the first of all, we have to provide water to every field here in India, and then apart from that, water should not get wasted. It should be channelized in one way or another for providing irrigation to those areas, to those part of the country where water scarcity prevails. And then comes the water efficiency. What does it mean? Water efficiency means to utilize the full capacity of water, to have it full efficient way. Now why we need to study it? Because it was recently in news, because in August 2021 a new budget estimation has been released. And what is that estimation? It is basically, it is, the source is PIB. Okay, so what is PIB? Basically, or whatever news that whatever release which the government has, they upload it on PIB. So this has already also been uploaded in it. Okay, basically there are see this Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchayee Yojana, which is for irrigation. It is an umbrella scheme. Okay, this is the umbrella scheme. What is an umbrella scheme? Means it caters many different schemes, or in simple language I would say, many different schemes, they come together for an higher objective with one common aim. For now, every scheme, it has its own aim, but when they come together for a common aim to pursue, then that particular scheme is known as the umbrella scheme. So Krishi Sinchayee Yojana is an umbrella scheme, and in it many other schemes come. Okay, so here there is different allocation of budget for different, all the number that is are in crores. Okay, so these are the different part. For example, this one is accelerated irrigation benefit program. Okay, this is accelerated irrigation benefit, and then we have program. Okay, so what you need to remember, you should remember this one, and then one for 21-22. Why you have to study this also? Because it is just an budget estimated for 21-22. It has been requested, or it has been for now shown in the parliament, that we should we must include approx this much amount for the next phase of this particular scheme. So that is why you should remember of 2021, 22, 20 for 2020 to 2021. So that is for accelerated irrigation benefit program. For 2021 the budget was 1510 crore, and for 21-22, why there is a star? Because according to the sources that has been said by the government, this particular, for this, that is AIBP, this time they will take loan. They will take a long term loan, and this loan will be catered by the NABARD, by institution NABARD. So that is why here is a star, because we still don't know how much loan can we get, right? So that is why it's just a star. Whatever we apply, we'll get to know later. Then second is that is HKKP, is Har Khet Ko Pani. That is also the motive or the motto of PM Krishi Sinchayee Yojana, har khet ko pani means what? Every land must have water. Okay, so for that 899 crore has been estimated for 21-22, but for previous session it was 976. Then what is PDMC? That is per drop more crop. Okay, per drop more crop is what we talked about the water efficiency earlier, right? So every drop counts, every drop of water counts, and we must use it efficiently and to grow more and more crops. Okay, and for that the estimated is 4000 crore, but initially for last year it was, or the current year that is going on, sorry, that was from 2020 to 2021, yes, that is 2562 crore. Then for watershed development, what is a watershed? Basically, see what happens in many areas. For example, this is usually in places where hills are there. The water, it would go down somewhere to its outlet. This water also goes somewhere down its outlet, and it's also. So what happens in watershed management? We try to cater all the water in a single lane. Okay, so that, because now when the water from many small streams they come together, then what happened, we can get a large amount of water, and that we can utilize later. That is what a watershed management is. So here watershed development means to develop such categories so that we can get water for irrigation purpose. Okay, so for now it is estimated to be 2000, last time is 990. Okay, what happened, this Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchayee Yojana, it was initially just for March 2020, but then it was extended to March 2021, right? But then again, because 2021 is already over, right? But then again it is proposed in the parliament that we should extend this scheme to at least 2026. All right, so for now, that is why this budget is already is just estimated, right? So this is the concept that why we need to study this. Now let's come to the important points of this particular scheme that you should remember while appearing for an examination. So what is the launch year? It was launched on 1st July 2015, this Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchayee Yojana, with a motto of har khet ko pani, that every field must have water, every field should have water. Okay, so that was the motto of this particular scheme. Then comes, what is the aim? Why was it introduced? There must be something that was in the mind of the government while introducing the scheme, right? So to enhance physical access of water, that is the first aim, to enhance physical access of water on farm. What does it mean? Physical access means to be present there physically. Now the water, as said before, in some areas there's a lot of water, while there is scarcity of water, or there's no water available, right? So the first aim of the government, it is through this particular umbrella scheme, is to let the water come to the field. By how can it be done? By making various infrastructure, by making channels, canals, whatever. Okay, so that water, it has an access to enter into the field. So that is the first aim. Then and then to continue it forward and expand cultivable area under assured irrigation. Now what does it mean? See, now once see, if there is no water, it means that whatever land that is present there, it is not cultivable, means you cannot cultivate anything there, you cannot grow anything there, right? So our first aim was to let the water come to the field. Now to continue this forward, we now our aim expands to expand cultivable area. Means what? Now when water, it has reached to a certain place, now we can expand the area where cultivation can be done, right? So this is one of the aim under assured irrigation, because now there is assured irrigation, now water will come. Okay, why? Because we have made the excess of water to come into the field, and now we can expand the area. Improve on farm water use efficiency. Okay, what does it mean to improve on farm? See, now water has come to the field, we have also expanded the cultivable area, but now whatever water that we are providing or we are launching on the field, it must be used efficiently. Efficiency we have already discussed before, so I don't think I need to discuss it again. But yes, whatever water we are providing into the field, it should be consumed or absorbed or used by the plant, because that is the necessity of providing irrigation into a field, and in today's world when there is a scarcity of water. Then, to introduce sustainable water conservation practices, and to introduce such practices in which the water can be consumed in a sustainable manner. What is sustainable manner? In such a way that environment is also not harmed. For example, water harvesting. Okay, apart from that, what we can do, watershed management, right? If for someone who has not understand the watershed management easily, I'll go for, it's just like an inverted umbrella. Okay, if this is an umbrella, something like this, right? Then if you pour water from this side, this will go down there. If you pour water from this side, this will also go down there. This will, so water from different streams, now it has collected to a particular area. Now what to do with it? In normal condition, this particular water that has been collected and formed into a larger body, it gets wasted. There's no use of it, right? So in watershed management technique, what we do, or in watershed management, we try to utilize this water for various purpose. For irrigation purpose, we can use it for recreation purpose. If there is so much water available, why not to make an artificial lake and then attract tourists, right? We can do anything with it. So that is a watershed management. Now let's come to the objective. So I hope you have understand what are the different aim of this particular scheme. Now coming to the objective, it is to achieve convergence of investment. What is convergence? See, there are two words. One is convergence, one is divergence. One is convergence, where many different entities they come together. This is known as convergence. What is divergence? When from one point, now there was a single point and now the entities have divided themselves. This is known as divergence. So what does this sentence means? To achieve convergence of investment in irrigation. See, there are already, because in India it's all about agriculture, right? Although now you're shifting towards urbanization, but still agriculture has always been part of our discussion in government, in local, right? So there are so many schemes, there are so many programs that are going on for irrigation. So what the thought of this particular umbrella scheme is, that instead of working alone, instead of every department, every program, every scheme it is working alone, why not to collect all them together, and then we can utilize that investment. For example, if every department they have just for example 3 crore 3 crore 3 crore each, right? And they will be using them according to whatever is their need, right? But if all that investment it comes together, then we can use it for something much better, right? For example, this is a random example for you to understand. If there is a particular department, it needed, for example, it needed pipelines for drip irrigation, but the budget allocated it was 3 crore. Okay, but it was not sufficient for having maximum pipelines, right? But then there was some another department that was for, per se you can say, for the infrastructure purpose. That is for the general example that I'm giving. They were allocated 5 crore and they only use 4 crore. 1 crore is still left. But if they both work together, that 1 crore could have been utilized by this for drip irrigation project, right? So this is just an example for you to understand that what is this convergence of investment in irrigation means. So in this particular thing, every program that is for the purpose of irrigation, that has come together for this particular purpose. Next is to expand cultivable area under assured irrigation. That is the, what is the motto, हर खेत को पानी, to expand the area. जितने खेत है उतने बने और सब में पानी हो. That is the objective of this. To improve on-farm water efficiency, we have already discussed that. To enhance the adoption of precision irrigation. Precise, this precision word, it has come from the word precise. That is to maximum accuracy. Right, that is what precise means. So what does it mean? It caters the idea of more more crop per drop. So precision irrigation means whatever water saving technology we have. For example, drip irrigation is the best example of it, of precision irrigation, that whatever water we are applying into the field, it the maximum of it, first of all the 100% of it. But if it does not, because it cannot, to be very honest, in rare of the rarest cases it happens, but if cannot, then maximum water should be utilized. So that is the precision irrigation, right? Next is to reusing treated municipal water based for peri-urban agriculture. What is peri-urban agriculture? Peri-urban agriculture is basically, these are the areas that do not belong to the rural areas. They are somewhere in the outskirt of urban area, but still agriculture prevail there. What is the general mindset? That in rural area agriculture is there, and in urban areas it is more of the more about the industries and more developed side of the country, right? But peri-urban or agriculture areas, they are part of urban areas only, but instead of the land that we can utilize for making buildings, the agriculture, it is practiced there. So that is the peri-urban agriculture. Okay, so what is the objective? That the municipal whatever waste that is generated from home, although it is treated before, means after getting treated, in a way, can we utilize it for the irrigation purpose, right? So this is the objective of this particular scheme that can be catered. Next, what are the components of Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchayee Yojana? Means, because I have said it is an umbrella scheme, so umbrella scheme must have other component also which came together to cater a higher objective. So these are the component. The first one is accelerated irrigation benefit program that we looked at during the budget allocation also, right? So this particular program, it comes under the Ministry of Department of Water Resource, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation. And what is the aim of this? It provides loan. So this particular scheme, it is catered by both center and state. And what is the ideology or what is the aim of this program? To provide loan for whatever irrigation infrastructure that are going on which lack funds, because sometimes it happens that half of the infrastructure is made for the irrigation facility, but then the due to the lack of money, it never gets completed, right? So this particular program, it was made so that nothing stops in between. So this particular, it provides the loan. Next is Har Khet Ko Pani, that we have already looked at. Okay, it also comes under the Ministry of Water Resource, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation. But as this PMKSY, it is umbrella scheme, it is made up of different components, and the four we can look at here. This Har Khet Ko Pani is itself made up of different or sub components which are mentioned here, as you can see in the picture also, right? So for sub components, we have command area development and water management. What is this? What does this topic says? It says Har Khet Ko Pani, means every field should have water. So all the components that are present there, it is related in one way or another to provide water to the every field. What are command area development and water management? Basically, command area development, there is an authority known as Command Area Development Authority, and its work is to cater irrigation facility to every field in a village. Okay, so this particular authority, it looks at it that if every village, there would be authority assigned for every village or 2 to 3 village also, and according to the population, of course. And then what will happen? This particular authority, it looks at that if every field in the village, is it getting water, is it getting irrigation or not. Okay, so this is a subcomponent of this only. Then surface minor irrigation, it includes all the efficient water techniques that are there, right, to provide irrigation. Next comes repair, renovation and restoration of water bodies. Whatever water bodies that might have got damaged or perished due to the human activities or natural calamities, the aim under Har Khet Ko Pani is to restore those water bodies, because it says Har Khet Ko Pani, the water should be delivered to every field. So if there is some nearby water body which has get perished due to pollution, due to anything, if we restore that water body, we can again utilize that water body for giving water to the every field, and that is the aim of this scheme, right? Next is the groundwater development component. So the groundwater is water that is present inside the earth, right, or below the layers of the soil, we can utilize that, we can recharge that, restore that, and then we can use that to give water to the field. All right. Next is per drop more crop. Okay, this comes under Ministry of Agriculture, and this is all about the efficiency, as the name suggests, and we have already covered this in, I guess, every slide of this particular scheme today. Next is watershed development component. I've already told you about what is watershed. If you want me to explain it again, you can comment down it below. But I hope that it is already understandable. And then it comes under the Ministry of Department of Land Resources. Yes, ministries are important, and that is why you should cover them. And I have made it. Whatever I have written, I have already written, which is important from examination point of view. So do not skip anything while reading the slide, that I would advise to you all. All right. So yeah, these are the important things that you should remember about this particular scheme. I hope this session was fruitful, and we'll come again with new schemes and new topics. Until then, keep study hard, and all the very best for